So, are we live? We're online. Fantastic. We are live streaming now from Palo Alto Club in Tallinn. So, for everyone on the live stream who's watching us at home, or the participants who are watching us on Zoom, welcome. We're so happy for you to join us. You're surrounded by, I think, nearly 100 people in the room here, both mentors and teams who are eager to get started. So, I'm not going to delay too much longer. We're just going to go through a bit of housekeeping, a few introductions, and then, of course, some of the specialities of the local hackathon. And then we're going to go hand over to you to meet the teams, to hear your pitches, and understand what skills you have, what skills you don't have, and how we can help you through this weekend. But before we crack on, my name's David Clark. I'm the UK's answer to Elon Musk before he had the hair transplant. So I'll have to do this weekend. While I'm not hosting hackathons, I'm a venture partner at one of the local VC firms here, Terra Ventures, amongst other things. But I am your host here for the next 48 hours to guide you on this voyage of this hackathon. As well as me, we've got these fantastic partners who've helped fund us and sponsor some of the amazing prizes we have on offer for you. Just you, not everyone in Copenhagen or Barcelona. Some of these prizes are just for you here in Tallinn, Estonia. So I won't go through all of them, but we're very happy to have them supporting us this weekend. Garage 48. I'm assuming most of you have been to Garage 4 hackathons. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe you can just do a quick show of hands of who's done a hackathon before with Garage 48. Okay, so it's probably a bit more than half, but there's quite a few of you who haven't done a hackathon before. So welcome. We'll make sure we cover the basics. Some of them were already covered in the previous live stream, but we'll make sure we go through those with you today. But Garage 48, in case you don't know, they've been running hackathons for well over a decade now. So over 3,000 ideas pitched, 250 hackathons, of which I think I've done maybe 5 or 6, so 1% maybe, but and over 1,000 prototypes built. So looking forward to increasing those numbers this weekend. So, and of course, as we said before, let the world know you're here. We have the dedicated CASSINI Hackathon hashtag. We've got the Wi-Fi password as well. It's on the walls as well in case you need that. And as mentioned, hopefully you're already fully aware of this. Please grab one of us straight away if you don't recognize one of these topic areas. We hope you are here to either tackle sustainable infrastructure, food security, or forced migration. 3 really important topics which we are really excited to see the prototypes and solutions you develop. Like I said, over 100 participants. I think we've got about a dozen online. The rest of you are hopefully here in Tallinn. The reason we've got online support is because we've got people from places across the EU where they don't have a local hub for themselves, and it's just simply too far for them to travel. So thank you again for joining us remotely. We can do as much as we can to support you in your journey with us and keep you in the loop here in Tallinn. And yes, over 10 different countries. That's not 10 different countries across all the 11 CASSINI hackathons. That's 11 different countries represented just here in Tallinn. So a really diverse international set of nationalities as well as skill sets. So just to briefly remind the format. So tonight is all about forming the team, making sure you've got the skills, you've got the people you need to help you succeed for the weekend. Tomorrow is really when the hard work starts. Maybe you're going to be doing a bit of planning tonight, maybe a bit of preparation, but we encourage you, don't stay up too late. But of course, some of you may want to already get building. But tomorrow is going to be the big, long day. We've got checkpoints in the morning, we've got checkpoints in the afternoon. We're going to take you through the schedule in a minute. We've got mentoring and training sessions. And then Sunday is when we start to not wind down, but we start to add a bit of polish. We start building new features. We hopefully finalize and complete some of the features you've had in development on the day before. And then, of course, we come to the pitch, which is where we start understanding who is maybe going to succeed and go through to the next stage of the hackathon, and who has had a great weekend, but they won't be progressing to the main final. Tools. So hopefully you're already on Discord. You should have already received an email. If you haven't, you'll receive an email shortly with a link to the Discord. That's how we're going to stay in touch with each other online and offline. It's where you can also, if you can't grab a mentor in person, you can sometimes find mentors online. And it's not just mentors here. As they said in the live stream from our headquarters in Brussels, there's lots of really fantastic mentors internationally who can help you with your project. So do make sure you log onto Discord and make sure you create, once the teams are formed, you'll create a channel, one for each team, to make sure you've got your own little hub to work together there. And of course, Zoom for remote participants. So enough said. Hackathon rules. So hopefully they're relatively self-explanatory, but I'm just going to run through them just to make sure that there are no questions on Sunday afternoon. So we're here because of Cassini. We are here because we want to be using the fantastic data driven by the satellites of Copernicus, Galileo, and EGNOS. Don't ask me what EGNOS stands for. All code must be created during the hackathon. We know that some of you teams are not rookies. We know some of you have worked on Cassini data in the past. So absolutely you can use your experience, but we're only going to judge you on the new data, on the new code that you write this weekend. So if you are an experienced team, then we're going to see how good your code is on Sunday. It's going to be that much better. So it's really important that on Saturday morning, when we first sit down with you, you make it really clear to us what you brought before the hackathon and what you're going to be developing new. Otherwise, it's going to make us impossible to judge. So we're only judging on the new. So, of course, you're permitted to use publicly available tool sets, open APIs, etc., SDKs. So any help you need with that, so check with some of our mentors who would be excellent to help you with that. So yes, we're not punitive on what style of programming language you use. So, and teams. So we don't know how many ideas are going to be pitched tonight. Anybody can pitch an idea, but at the end of the day, just because you pitch an idea doesn't mean you get to go build that idea. You have to really have a team of at least 3 people. We find that as a minimum for you to have the required skills to have not only fun, but make progress this weekend. You're going to have a really bad time if you're just here by yourself programming away. So we would encourage you to join another team. And we don't want 2 big teams. The classic 1 pizza rule, though we don't have any pizza. Final pitch, so don't worry about the pitch right now. We're going to have pitch training here on site tomorrow for the team leads. But just to let you know, you're going to have 3 minutes on Sunday where it's not going to be a PowerPoint deck. Don't spend any time doing PowerPoint. It's going to be you talking through, showing kind of a looks like, works like prototype, showing some screenshots, clicking through the prototype you've built, any visualizations, but it's not going to be PowerPoint. We want to hear, we want to see what you've done over the 48 hours. But we'll talk through the details of that at the pitch training. Prizes. So you've already heard about some of the amazing prizes at the Central Hub, which you'll have a chance to win. But also, we've got these prizes locally just for the teams here. So first of all, there'll be 3 teams walking away with 100 hours of export mentoring from the Cassini team. Amazing. 1 team will get €2,000 worth of mentoring from the European Space Agency. 10 hours of after mentoring by Cleantech Estonia. A 50-hour gift card from Lab Services from RTU Science and Innovation Center in Latvia. A 4-night stay and a 50% discount at Tech City in Lithuania. And then finally, some fantastic Startup Day tickets, which are amazing because I know they're almost sold out. So hopefully some of you teams will be walking away with those prizes. But there can only be 1 overall winner. And that 1 overall winner will go along with the other 10 winners from around Europe to the demo day on the 9th of November. So really looking forward to selecting the best team. It's going to be a real tough choice. It always is a difficult choice to pick the winner, but only one of you is going to be able to go to the demo day. So evaluation criteria, you saw that on the previous live stream, but just in case you weren't paying attention, especially on Zoom. So number 1, relevance. What's the link with the hackathon challenges? Kind of what's your ability to use and manipulate the European space data? Hopefully, you're going to be able to tick that one off relatively easily. Next, innovativeness. Kind of, have you actually identified a real problem? And we've got some fantastic experts in the room who will be able to help you kind of understand these problems, from humanitarian aid to sustainable development. So do make sure you make the most of them to validate your problems. Of course, it's not just picking a good problem, understand the problem, but how are you going to create value? How are you going to solve that problem? It's really important not only you demonstrate to us, but you can explain it to us as well. And of course, have you done something inventive? And then finally, the quality of the team. Like I said before, we don't want to have solo founders here. We want you to have a team where we believe you'll have an opportunity to really continue this beyond the weekend. You won't be able to do that by yourself. We can only do that together. So we really want to understand who are the skill sets, what have you done as a team, and maybe what are your plans to do on Monday when you're finished. Mentors. We've got an absolute fantastic set of mentors. Again, these are the local mentors. There's even more online for you, but these are the mentors we have here in Estonia. I'm not going to run through all of them right now. They're up on the website, and most of them will be here tomorrow in person. But we've got a whole range of such fantastic people. So really, thank you to the Garage 48 team for bringing them all together for you for this weekend. And they are all volunteering their time for the 40 hours just for you. So do make the most of them. That's really one of the most valuable things you get out of this weekend. So briefly, agenda before we go on to the pitches. So Friday, today, pitches. Saturday, 9 a.m. checkpoints. So 9 a.m. is when we have checkpoint 1. We don't need the whole team to come. So we really just need the team leads to come. But importantly, every team lead must come from every team. The checkpoints are mandatory. They're mandatory because they help us understand how you're developing. It allows us to identify where you need support and help you progress through the hackathon. Really, checkpoints are very simple. We want to know, what have you done so far? Checkpoint 1 should be pretty quick for that one. We want to know what you're going to do next. And then we want to know, what are you struggling with? That's it. That's all we want to do at a checkpoint. We try and keep them short and sweet so you can get back onto building. For checkpoint 1, typically, most team leaders, you just all come together at 9 o'clock. And then for checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, we're going to have a schedule so that you can come at your kind of aligned slot, and that way you can come later and get back to building sooner. But it's sometimes quite helpful, we find, if all the team leads come for checkpoint 1, helping to hear what other teams are doing and helping to understand kind of the problems that everyone's facing. So, but really, yeah, like I said, most of the work is going to be tomorrow with teamwork and mentoring. We do have a lunch break. We do have a dinner break. So there's some snacks tonight, but there will be some warm lunches and some warm meals provided on Saturday and Sunday. And then, yes, checkpoint 2, 6 o'clock. Checkpoint 3, 9:30. We give you a little bit of a line on Sunday. And then pitch drills. So again, really important for the team leads to come to those. That is when we're going to be practicing those pitches before you have a chance to present them at the finals at 4 o'clock on Sunday. So although we're called Garage 48, you actually have for this hackathon slightly less than 48 hours because we had to start a little bit later than we would normally like to. So I think you've got 43 hours to build this weekend. Apologies. So, what are we waiting for? Showtime. Anyone who's got an idea? Anybody who wants to pitch their project? So we'd ask you to start kind of forming a line at the side of the stage. We've got 1 or 2 teams who've already submitted their one slider to us, so they get to go first. We'll then go with the teams who are in-house, and then apologies just for the sake of good order, not because we don't like you people on Zoom, but we're going to leave you last. But if you have an idea, if you have a team that you want to pitch, please make sure you raise your hand on Zoom, and Caddy will make sure we don't miss you out. We'll get to you once we've done the pitches in person. So, 90 seconds. What do we want to know? We want to know who you are. We want to know what's your problem. We want to know what is your solution. What is your idea? We want to find out who do you need in the team and who have you already got. And we will then give you a nice thank you and a clap. Maybe time for 1 or 2 questions. And then we'll quickly ask you to grab your piece of paper and move on. So, who is up first? We have Change Trace. Do we have somebody from Change Trace here who would like to pitch their idea? Or is Change Trace an online team? Okay, we'll go into the next team, and then we'll come back to you. Farm Aid, or Farm Aid. Would you like to grab a microphone and take the stage? It is yours. You have to flick the switch up. 90 seconds to tell us who you are, your idea, your solution. Flick the switch.
Working? Yes.
There we are.
So, Farm Aid is precision agriculture planning for sustainable farming. So the problem is farmers face some problems such as degrading of soil and some weather-related forecasting, and we want to solve it. Actually, I want to solve it with some space data by using some Copernicus data from Sentinel-1, Sentinel-2. You can maybe find the soil texture, and also from the same Copernicus data, you can also predict seasonal or long-term weather forecast. So by using these two, those together, we can create a platform which can predict best crop for that specific area. So farmers, individual farmers can use it. It shouldn't be like countrywide. Someone for his or her area can use it. So I need some engineers, backend, front-end engineers, data scientists, so all kind of people. Also anyone who have anything that can share their idea with us or something. So welcome for us.
Amazing. Thank you for being the first idea. So don't go anywhere. No, we've got one or two questions. So firstly, who have you already got in your team?
Sorry?
Who have you already got in your team?
Myself.
Yourself?
Yes.
So anybody doesn't have an idea, anybody doesn't have a team, and you like the sound of this, then please grab this man straight after we finish pitching the ideas, because he needs all these people.
Yes.
So
I'm there.
anyone else, any other questions? Because it doesn't just have to be me. Anybody else in the audience who's thinking of joining this team want to ask a question? No? Amazing. Thank you so much. Grab your piece of paper. Okay, you're going to fill it later. Okay, we're going to go back to Change Trace. They are in Zoom. Do you want to, should we do them next, Caddy? Let's do it. So Change Trace, be ready. We're going to, through the power of technology, we're going to dial you in. Now, we'll hopefully all be able to hear you shortly. The ones of doing a hybrid hackathon. It's always good fun. So while we wait, I'll tell you a little space joke. I recently rented a book from the library about anti-gravity. I just can't put it down. Anton, can you hear us? Can you save us from my space jokes? Otherwise, I'm going to have to tell another one.
Yanis presents, yes.
Yanis, so you're presenting. Fantastic. So let's hear your idea. We've lost the slide on the screen, but you know what you're talking about. So go ahead and in 9 seconds tell us about your idea, your solution, and who do you need? We can't hear you. We did briefly before, but not anymore.
I will share it.
Up, now we can hear you, yep. There we are, fantastic. We can see your slide on the screens. Go, off you go.
Okay. Hi. Our project name is Change Trace. The given problem that we would like to combat is the inefficient system used by municipal building authorities, which is highly dependent on residential reportings, meaning that in areas with a small population, dead ends and low traffic roads, the consistency and quality of these reportings is almost non-existent. Our solution, an automated change detection algorithm, which would help us build a flagging system for any changes in buildup. We would be using the remote sensing Sentinel-1 and Sentinel-2 data and cross-checking it with the Building Information System Registry. The given benefits would be the aid in ensuring the safety and quality of urban space, time and financial savings for the authorities, a large-scale applicability, and a near real-time continuous infrastructure monitoring, meaning that checkups can be done more frequently. And last but not least, we need a data scientist. Thank you for your time.
Fantastic. So who do you have in your team already?
Anton, can you take over? Can you list all of the people we already have?
Yes. Tell me.
Anton or?
I guess he didn't hear me. Anyways, we have got everybody except the data scientist.
Okay, you should be able to hear me now.
Anton or? Yes, we can hear you now, yeah.
I guess he didn't hear me.
Yeah. Sorry, it's very difficult to follow with the sound quality, but we have the business development, we have the technical team, we also have GIS specialist people, but we lack a bit more of knowledge on the actual data analysis.
Okay, fantastic. So you've already got quite a few people in your team, and you're really just missing the data science. So hopefully there's a data scientist online who's looking for a team, or maybe there's somebody here in the room in Tallinn who's looking to join a team. So, but thank you very much, Yanis and Anton from Change Trace. So
We will come to Tallinn on Sunday.
So thank you. So, okay, who's up next? So I think those are the only two slides that were submitted beforehand. So yes, now we're into anybody in the room who has not sent in a slide, who wants to pitch an idea. Don't all rush at once, just get up, come up and do it. And everyone else, if you want to form a line, because you want to go quick, 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 so please grab the mic, tell us your name, tell us your idea. Yes, it's a little bit bright, so, and off you go, 9 seconds.
No jokes anymore?
You were too quick.
Hi everyone, my name is Alina and I'm tackling the issue of food security. And for me personally, the biggest tragedy or the biggest paradox is why we waste about half. I should turn it on.
There we are, much better. Start again.
So for me, the biggest tragedy in the world is that while we waste about the half of the food in the world, at the same time, hunger is still one of the main killers of children in this world. So my idea is to use, away from this one, is to use space data to reduce the food loss in the global south. So when we're talking about food loss, the biggest issue in the global south is the insuitability of food storage. So food that is stored, grains are going either molding or they are attacked by rats or flooding or things like this. So we can use NDVI, the data from the European Earth observation, to detect when rats are coming out, when there will be a rodent issue. Then we can also detect moisture and temperature to predict mold issues. And then we can send out warnings to World Food Programme and local actors on the ground. My team still lacks a very important data analyst or data scientist. I think I have quite a few developers. I'm not sure. They signed up on Taikai, but I haven't seen them alive. So feel free to approach me. And I think this is an idea that can actually work outside of this room as well and can actually make a change in the world. Thank you.
Fantastic. So who said you can't build a better mousetrap? That's effectively what... exactly, mousetrap from space. So thank you so much. Hopefully you can find your data scientists and your elusive developers will appear at some point. Next. Come up on the stage, grab the mic. The 90 seconds is yours.
Off again and on again, much better. All right. My name is Lina. We are a bunch of guys and girls from Tallinn who want to play actually with hardware rather than software. So we are aiming to bring space closer to Earth through stratospheric dirigibles. We want to offer the same observability and connectivity services that satellites are offering today, from 20 times lower, 15 times better granularity for you, and much cheaper, of course. So VAL Airships is the project name. Today, I think I'm going to team up with Farm Aid over there, because we have wonderful mentors such as e-agronom and Kappa Zeta, Kappa 1 subsidy. So this is going to be so cool to actually learn from them for one business case, but you can probably imagine how many business cases this technology has. So I want letters of interest from all of you, from your project, so that I can go to my investors and get this funded. Thanks.
We haven't finished yet. First of all, a little clap. I'll make sure my mic is on. So, what data sets are you using from Cassini for your project?
We have been focused on the hardware so far. We have been in the deep tech hackathons, in the Build It, and tried to talk to, I think I'm still under 200 investors. So I haven't got all of my no's yet that I should go and get. But now we want to turn it around, start to find first business cases in this bigger market of the digital end of things, and learn about the space, start providing the digital services first, and then focus on these cases where better granularity of data would be useful that we can do with airships. For example, someone here in the hackathon is already complaining, I need to see individual trees. You can see individual trees with mine. Yeah. So we haven't used any data yet. That's the fair answer. I like the split of the different roles that FarmAid can
Sounds like a great opportunity to team up then and make use of the data this weekend.
Exactly.
So, fantastic. Well, thank you for pitching your idea. And so, yeah, we'll look forward to seeing what you two can do combining forces. Thank you. So who's up next? There we are. So we have a double act. Looking forward to seeing how this is going to work. So.
Okay. Hello. We are Gold Rush, and we are tackling the problem of sustainable infrastructure. Mining for resources is damaging to the environment. That much is abundantly clear. What might be less obvious is that finding those resources where to mine is also very dangerous and damaging to the environment. For example, in Mauritania, there's a gold rush, literally, and people are there digging thousands of holes, often by hand, and they can be more than 200 meters deep. So you can imagine how many human casualties are there and what's the state of environment after they've done their digging. What we aim to do is use space data to narrow down the areas where resources are to be found, literally looking for gold from space. If you can do that, you wouldn't have to wreck the landscape finding gold or any other resource and save money and quite literally save lives as well. Our team lead and founder is Mauritania. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he's the team leader. We have several data scientists, but we do need geoinformation specialists and geologists. And yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. So it sounds like another really exciting idea. Team number 5 so far by my count. So which data sets are you using? Do you know yet?
That is one of the questions. We want to determine whether this can be done at all. Like if you walk on the ground 2 meters from altitude, you cannot usually find gold. Can we do that from 200 kilometers up?
Yeah. So we can use Sentinel-2 for fault detection, but we cannot, well, Sentinel-2 doesn't have the spectral range that we need for detecting actual minerals or quartz or ferrous oxides. So our first task is to figure out what data we have to use. We would like to find something that NASA has in the sense of Aster dataset, something similar.
I'd also encourage you, as you develop your idea further, think about how it fits tightly into one of the 3 categories we have this weekend. So make sure it fits nicely into that. So that's probably the clearest one, but just make sure it does. But anyway, thank you so much. So Gold Rush. So I think we're expecting 10, maybe 12 teams. Okay, who is this one up on the screen? Is this? Sorry, I know we'll get to you next. We'll get to you next. So who is doing the one on the screen? There we are. This looks familiar.
Yes.
So looking forward to hearing what you've been up to.
But the name is different.
So, but team number 6.
So, hello, my name is Hanno. I'm from team Talutasku, and we are planning to help vegetables growers who don't use other companies to deliver their produce, but they are doing it themselves. And most of the time they use Messenger for communication. So we are developing an application where farmers see who are the customers, what they are ordering, how to get to them, and then farmers don't have to find the information from conversation. Also, it helps to keep an eye on how much have been sold and what is still to be sold. And we are looking for programmers and designers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So programmers and designers. Do you not need any data scientists to help you work with the Cassini datasets? Which Cassini datasets are you going to be using? So programmers and designers.
I think we don't need.
We got a little bit of feedback. So, but are you using any of the Cassini datasets in this project?
Probably not. We are just planning to finish our developing.
So I think you might struggle this weekend because the key point of this hackathon, just for everybody, is we're going to be using the Cassini data, hence the Cassini 6th Hackathon. So if you're not using the Cassini data, you will not be eligible for any of the prizes this weekend. So
Okay, it's fine.
So yeah, so just be aware of that, but also that might mean you might struggle for any developers who want to win a prize and have a team that has a chance to go through to the finals. You may struggle to attract them. So, but let's see who joins your team. So
our main point is to finish our project, and that's why we are here.
yeah, but thank you for pitching, and look forward to seeing what you do. So cheers. So there we are. Next. So team, I think idea number 7. So
Hello.
hello. Nope, try again.
Hello.
There we are. We can hear you now. Off you go.
A really good idea, the previous one. I'm invested. Imagine a world where we can anticipate the movement of people, not in the midst of crisis, but in the whisper of change. Today, we, a group of young activists, Team MPC, bring you an initiative that promises to revolutionize migration prediction by peering into the subtle undercurrents of human mobility. Our proposal isn't not just another algorithm. It's a pioneering fusion of high-resolution satellite data from Galileo and Copernicus with deep socio-economic insights from Eurostat and etc. Finally tuned to detect the earliest signals of migration in the peacetime. This is not about watching the exodus after the fact. It's about understanding the prelude, the quiet before the storm. We aim to unveil the nuanced dance of economic, environmental, and geopolitical factors that whispers of tomorrow's migration today. The road ahead is paved with challenges: privacy, complex human behavior, and technological hurdles. But it is these very challenges that sharpen our focus, not on the broad strokes of mass movement, but on the delicate shifts that predict future trends. Competitors, they're looking at the past and present. We are predicting the future. Our edge lies in preemptive insight, preparing government, aiding humanitarian efforts, and guiding global policies with foresight never before realized.
I have to stop you there. You're hitting your time. So
join us in this bold endeavor. Let's not just watch history unfold. Let's anticipate it. Thank you very much.
thank you so much. So, and I think you're our first migration idea. So awesome to have you join the program. So who have you got? What are you missing to complete your team?
To be frank, we actually have a full team of 8.
Full team of 8. Wow. So you don't need anybody to join your team. People can plead with you, beg to join your team, but you're already full. So
absolutely,
you can already start thinking about how you can make use of our mentors, or you start planning. So fantastic. Great to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
So up next, team number 8. Oh, and we have another slide. So.
Hello. All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Artyom. I'm a software engineer and a beekeeper. I owned 7 beehives, and the problem I'm tackling is observability, because as a beekeeper, I can't really see what's happening inside the beehive. And the solution I'm proposing is the app, which can monitor bees and analyze with AI what's happening, provide the statistical information. And in terms of this hackathon, so I already have the app working. For the hackathon, what I want to do is give more environmental information. So using Cassini satellite information, I want to classify fields that are around the apiary, which kind of like pollen and nectar is gathered, and provide diverse food source for the bees, because as they pollinate the crops, they basically help with food security. So once you know what's around you, you can position your beehives more strategically so that the crop area is more efficiently covered. And in the long run, those beehives should be robotized, and that would be automation. So I wouldn't need actually to inspect them. So I need machine learning engineers and software engineers. The market area is quite huge. Only in Estonia we have 6,000 apiaries, and in Europe it's 600 beekeepers. So we have quite a big potential there.
Fantastic idea. So I've got one important question to ask you, but before I ask you that, who have you already got on your team?
Only me.
Only you, okay. So we've got a solo founder here. I do love the fact that he's used tessellated hexagons in his geospatial data, so I love that touch. But he needs your help. If he's going to be able to continue and build anything this weekend, he needs to be more than just a solo founder. So please, if you are a machine learning engineer, and you need and software engineers. So machine learning and software engineers, please do consider signing up to this great program. If you, whether you are able to build a team or not, will you be bringing any of your honey here for us to try on Sunday? That's what everyone's thinking. No. Oh, get off the stage then. You're done. Go, go, go. So no, thank you so much. So next up. There we are.
Hello. Okay, I'm not much of a talker, so I have this thing. Well, hi, I'm Rain from Team Look Harder, and what we want to do is we want to improve the machine learning workflows as they're used in agro and forest tech industries. Now, like exactly what we're going to do, maybe I'll go into a bit of technical stuff because I'm the tech head and not really the talker presenting. But anyway, so you know about RGB, red, green, blue, how we see the world and everything that's so nice and beautiful and colorful. Well, Sentinel-2 satellites, they don't see just 3 colors. They have, well, they see much more. So simply put, more colors, it doesn't mean not only that the world looks more beautiful, but there's also more information to be gained. Now, and I don't know, some of you I know, I've heard that they know about indices, like I heard NDVI mentioned, Normalized Difference Vegetation Index, and that's basically like the ratios between colors. Well, and people use these indices well, quite widely, but amongst other things, they throw them in when training neural networks and well, other machine learning algorithms. And well, they throw them in with the rest of the data and boom, better results. Wow, that's great. So they know that there's a couple of indices and they throw them in the data just to enhance the information potential. Now, but what are there, if there are like more indices that we don't actually know about? Like, okay, the NDVI, it helps with like change detection in vegetation, obviously, but maybe for other applications, there are other indices that we haven't even thought of. You know, there are a bunch that we know about, but there might be something we don't know. So in this hackathon, I want to go and develop the automated process that automatically calculates all the possible indices that can be found in a data set. Well, you know, it's calculated, it would be like 210 for a Sentinel data set. And that would, our goal is to explore the automatic index construction and to check if that actually works, if it makes any sense.
And who do you need? Who do you have in your team, and who do you need to join your team?
Our huge team consists of me, myself, and I right now. I've been, you know, have been wanting to develop.
That doesn't count as 3, but continue. Yes.
Yeah. Well. So that would also tell you if it works, it should improve the robustness of the data sets and, you know, generally benefit all the applications that use machine learning. And there's, you know, a bunch of, you know, people who use.
So you've hit time, so I'm going to have to cut you short. But who are you looking for to join your team?
Well, data engineers would be nice. You know, we need to.
So data engineers.
Cut, paste, prepare data, maybe for Estonia.
Anyone else?
And somebody who does the talking, you know. You know.
You're great. You're great. Don't worry.
The presentation's real good.
So exactly. So okay. So you're looking for 1 or 2 more people, some data engineers, maybe some business people to join your team.
We would need some business people. I'm not a business-oriented person. I have technical details. That's where I'm.
But if you want to be exploring all the different indices and combinations and permutations that you can put together with all the different hyperspectral data that Sentinel has to offer, then consider joining this man here. But thank you so very much for your pitch. Thank you. So that was team number 8, team number 9. I'm starting to lose count, but I know there's a handful more ideas online and in person. So anybody else who has not pitched their idea yet that wants to, that is hoping to form a team, there's loads of people here who aren't part of teams and hopefully you're going to join some shortly. Online, Caddy, do we have anybody else who's got their hands up? Yes. Who do we want to go to next? Who are we dialing in? Molly. Molly, are you there? So it's like, kind of put your finger to the ear and dial in. Wow, that is a strong background.
Good to see you. We are here from Save the Fruits. And I am here with Anna, who has been working on white mango scale in Ethiopia, which is an insect which has devastated the mango production. When we were looking at that problem, we realized that the solution we are working on works for way broader marketing, so like most fruits. And we're like, can we live without bananas, avocado, and all these fruits that are so easily to access in our markets? This is a question because they are devastated by insects and fungal diseases and more. And we also realize that the solutions are also environmentally based. So we can use satellite data to predict and show when to react, when to put the insecticides, when to graft the fruit trees, when to do all these things, and without risking the plants and thus the crop. We have a very capable team. We have Anna, who has been working on this specific problem for the last 3 years in an academic setting. We have me, innovator for 20 years, run multiple companies. We have Hanif, who is going to do our UX and kind of the presentation, make us look really nice. And then we have Thomas, who is our software developer and has been working on this, figuring out which data sets to use. We also have multiple advisors.
You've already got quite an extensive team, but who are you missing? How can we help you?
What was that?
Who are you missing to join and complete your team?
We would really appreciate like more business-oriented people. That would really boost the team and kind of marketing as well as some presentation. That would be really, really good.
Fantastic. So I'll save the fruit. Hopefully you can find the skills you need to have a successful hackathon. But thank you very much for your pitch, and anybody who's more on the business-orientated side of things, and you're looking to join a team, then do consider joining these guys here. So thank you very much for your pitch, and looking forward to seeing you in Hackathon.
Thank you. Looking forward.
So there we are. Wow. There's no prize for best background, but if there was, they might have won it. Who do we have next, Caddy? Yep, go next, come up. We've got one more in person, then grab the mic and take the stage. So now's the time.
Hello, everybody. So basically, our idea is to use Copernicus thermal data imaging to detect unusual heat signatures of rockets, fires, and explosions to identify active war zones and give civilians a safe route from danger. And we're tackling transportation and logistics support to disabled communities. And we have a business developer and a software engineer in our team. And we would need a data scientist and engineer to implement the data to bring our idea to life.
Fantastic. So that was a very short, very quick pitch. So if anybody wants to go and join this, who have you already got in your team then?
We have a business developer and a software developer.
Engineer. Okay, so you've already got the sort of 3 of you there, and you're looking for 1 or 2 more people then to join your team.
Yep.
Fantastic. So if anybody would like to help them on this project, then please let these guys know shortly. We're going to be starting team formation, I think, in just a handful of minutes. But thank you so much for your pitch.
Thank you.
Is that the last one that we have in the room? Anybody else in the room? Going once, going twice? Okay, we're only going to take online pitches, and then we're going to go to the team formation. So anyone else with their hand up, Caddy? Online, or we only have 2 online ideas? That's it. So that's it. Those are all the ideas we have. We're all out of ideas. I think we have how many? Did anyone keep count? 10? 11. 11 amazing ideas there. So now I hope all these teams can form. They could have a mixture of business people, developers, front, back end, ML engineers, data scientists. Hopefully you're going to have diverse and well-rounded teams. But that's enough of me talking. You should all have your papers. And you should all have a sticky note. When you came in, I don't, but all of you should hopefully have a sticky note on your badge. Now, your task... We have 1 more. We have 1 more. Oh, we have 1 more. Sorry. Thank you for putting up your hand. We'll take 1 more idea, make it a nice round dozen, and then we will do the team formation. This is the last idea we're taking. So, Amantas, are you there? And this will be the last idea. We'll do in the meantime, just think about the ideas you've heard, think about which teams you might want to join. Have you got a favorite? Are there more than one? They need to have a conversation with you, persuade you to join their team. But Imantas, are you there?
Do you hear me?
We can hear you, yes. So we'd love to hear about your idea, your solution, who have you got, and what do you need? So time is yours.
I will share our screen.
Off you go.
So our idea is to use satellite data to identify sites that would be suitable for urban agriculture. And by using satellite data, we could calculate the green factor, which could help us determine the suitability of site for urban agriculture. And this is important since it is a big problem that cities overheat during day, and and a lot of people die because of heat waves and droughts. As well as another problem is that the food that we buy in the supermarket is usually polluted with pesticides and preservatives that are harmful for people's health. So, as well as the long distances between consumer and the agriculture site, which is bad because of the environmental pollution caused by transportation and negative impact on sites due to over farming. So,
thank you very much for pitching your idea. So, as I understand, you're going to be looking at kind of the green coverage in urban areas and understanding which areas are deficient, which areas have good.
So the main idea is to use satellite data to determine the locations that could be suitable for urban agriculture.
Fantastic. And so, what skills do you already have in your team, and what skills are you lacking?
Yes, we already have a team, and we are planning to continue working on the idea more to both clarify it, to make it more clear, as well as backing it up with data.
So how many people do you already have in your team?
So at the moment we have 3 active members.
3 active members, and you don't need anybody. You don't need any data scientists, you don't need any developers, you don't need designers.
Well, we do need user interface and user experience designer as well as we welcome enthusiasts that are interested in the idea.
Okay, fantastic. So although you've got a good team already, if there's designers in the room or simply enthusiasts, cheerleaders, people who love this idea and can't get enough of urban agriculture, then do join this team. So thank you very much for pitching your idea. So round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Amazing. So that is it. That is the last idea that we are having pitched. We now have a dozen ideas for you to pick and choose from. So your job now as team leads or, well, people who idea originators, your job is to find a place, a wall, a space where you can show and display your idea, your piece of paper, to go around the room and then if you haven't got a team, it's to go around the room and to talk to the idea owners that you like. Can get them to convince you to join their team. Now, if you've not got enough sticky notes in, we'll give you 15 minutes and then we're coming round. If you've got no sticky notes, if you've got no team members, we're going to be killing your idea and we're going to be consolidating teams. So, but thank you very much. We're off with live. People on Zoom, do make sure we work with you. We'll get you to find into teams as well. So do stay online if you're on Zoom. But thank you very much for joining tonight.
Okay.
It's okay.
3 teams, like 3 ideas.